Welcome. Step right in. I know it's early in the morning. We're gonna be here for the next, I want to say half an hour, just until 7 a.m. Then I gotta head over there and record the Money Talk show. I wanted to hop on for just half an hour to show you guys this because this is phenomenal. So, as we mentioned, as we predicted, as we all said in Money Talks, and as I said in my own personal videos, when Elon basically refused to get on the board of Twitter. And by the way, let me know if my audio is coming through on the chat. So if you can hear me, can you press like 69 in the chat, or 69 or 420 in the chat if you can hear me? So basically, we predicted this. We spoke about this on Money Talks, and we also, I mean, I did my own personal video where I said that the decline of Elon to take a seat on the board is an indication that he is now fully, in his mind, decided to purchase the whole thing for whatever reason. And my estimation was that the reason was that he doesn't think that the existing management is good enough to take Twitter forward. Now, this morning, I woke up to this. Amit and I were just texting in our Slack group for Money Talks, and shout out to Amit, by the way. If he's here in the chat, I believe I just saw him just a second ago. So we're just tweeting in between, trying to decide which topics to talk about Money Talks, and we just saw this. So we're gonna go through this together and look at some of the comments as well. So first of all, I want to show you the headline. This is from Bloomberg. Uh, Elon Musk launches 43 billion hostile takeover of Twitter, makes an offer to buy. I believe the purchase price that he offered was 54.20, which is about $10 per share higher than the closing price of Twitter yesterday, which means that in pre-market right now, I would assume that we'll see a spike, massive spike. Let's just go and check out what the pre-market is looking like. Yep, 11% plus $5 already on pre-market, as you can see on the screen right now. So the stock is already jumping up. So basically, he's giving it a $10 premium. Obviously, that's normal when you're purchasing, especially in the. I don't know why it's showing me the ads, but when you're doing these hostile takeovers, you pay a premium. It's what you would call a control premium. Whenever you're trying to take over the whole thing, there's a premium to be paid. So if you've been holding Twitter shares, I mean, it's good for you. So let's keep reading the. Then I'll look at some comments in the chat as well. So basically, Elon has made a best and final offer to buy Twitter Inc., saying the company has extraordinary potential and he will unlock it. The world's richest man will pay $54.20 per share in cash, representing a 54% premium of the January 28th closing price and a value of about $43 billion. The social media's company shares soared 18%. Musk announced the offer in a filing. Let's open the filing in a second, and then we're gonna take a look at the filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on Thursday. And the billionaire who also controls Tesla first disclosed a stake of about nine. We know about that. Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting here. So they're talking about how Elon was outspoken about the changes. We know that. After his stake became public, Musk immediately began appealing to fellow users about prospective moves. That's a bunch of fluff. We know all of this. Musk can afford it. He's currently worth about 260 billion, according to Bloomberg Billionaires Index, compared with Twitter's market valuation of 37 billion dollars. Okay, so that's it. So let's look at the filing here real quick. I'm gonna head over to the filing. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna try to pull up the filing in a second. Hold on. I'm gonna take some comments before. Um, so first of all, thank you for letting me know that the audio is okay. God bless you and your Lada. Thank you, Blano Inc. Okay. Elon should buy Lada, says Moon. Couldn't agree more. I think Renault, the French company, owns Lada. Let's see what else we have here in the comments. Got some Let's Go Elons. Somebody says I might actually start using Twitter again. Okay. Thank you for that Doge Nation. I appreciate it. Amit is saying this is amazing. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Amit, let me make you a mod here real quick. How can I mod you? Okay. I just added you mod. Um, so is this a buy? I mean, not necessarily now. It's just a really interesting piece of news. Um, he could make it his own better service for 1 million. It's not that easy. You have network effects with it. It's not that easy to create a competitor for Twitter, for YouTube, on all these platforms. It's not that simple. Shout out to the 750 people who woke up at 6:30 a.m. to be here with us today. I really appreciate it. Okay. Somebody says, does he? No, he doesn't. I believe what he'll do here, I don't think he's going to sell any Tesla stock. I believe what he can do here is take some leverage because, as you know, interest rates are really low. So it would make a lot of sense to take some cheap capital while interest rates are still low and just leverage the deal. He's obviously good for it, so he'll get the loan, no problem. I don't think he's going to spend his own money on that, like straight up. Uh, so if you're here in the chat, just comment where you're coming from right now. I'm just curious. There's 750 people here, 760. Sorry, where you guys are coming from? There's somebody says that they're in the UK. I saw Ireland. I saw Belgium. Where you guys are? US. Oh my goodness, 6:30 a.m. Let's get it. Thank you, Christian, for that. 4:30 in California. You need to go to bed. Go blue to David from Michigan. Florida, Budapest, Germany, Sweden, New Zealand, Netherlands. Oh my goodness, Singapore I just saw. Seoul, Angola, Montreal, Florida. This is amazing. Canada. Woo! I didn't even know people watch me in Dubai. Shout out to Walid, my brother from another mother. We got Minnesota in the house, New York, Portugal. Uh, what will happen to current Twitter CEO from India? I don't know. It depends on how things went. Like, it's a really good question, but based on his tweet about the way he described Elon not taking a seat on the board, saying it's for the best, you can interpret it in two ways. Maybe when he said it, he meant it's for the best, and it was antagonistic, or maybe he knew about this already and he kind of thought, okay, so maybe he knew that this is coming, and that's why he said it's for the best because he's hoping that Elon takes over the company. So you can interpret it in any direction. Some people are from Lebanon, from Wisconsin, from Malta. Let's get it. And the Colombian from Malta, that thing you don't see every day. Hawaii, China, let's go. Italy, incredible. So let's keep going over the news. So there's this. I want to show you another piece of article from Seeking Alpha, where you know what, we can actually check out some comments there. Hold on a second. Okay, can you guys see the article? Okay, so this is from Seeking Alpha. Let's see if they have more information here. They should have. Uh, Elon Musk offers to buy Twitter for 54.20 a share. Musk yeah, they're talking about the fact that the when he didn't join the board, it was clear that this is about to go down. Um, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, DWAC is still down. Let's look at the full filing. Okay. Um, mm, I'm going. Okay, I got the full filing, so I need to share screen again. Hold on a second. Uh, I need to close this down. Hold on a second. I'm not technically brilliant. Share screen, window, and how do I share this? Is this it? Yeah, I got it. Okay, can you see the filing itself? Let's go over the filing. Is that okay? Everybody's on board with me? So, for some reason, I can't see nothing on this end. Okay, comment one if you want to read the filing with me, or two if you want to move on to other stuff about this story. So, one if you want to read the filing, and two if we're moving on and actually exploring some more news about this. I'm going to read some comments while you click. One for the filing, two for other, like more in-depth analysis about stuff. DWAC getting wrecked. That is 100% true. Okay, so I see there's some interest in the chat. Okay, chat, let's go. Chat once. I'm sorry for the ones who said two. There's a few of them here. Shout out to you. There's somebody who said three. That's not even an option. Thank you, the real Satoshi. So let's go through the filing. So chat, let's do this. Okay. So okay, let's get it. This is a 13D filing, filed yesterday, actually, from what I can see here. Okay, let's look at the filing here. Elon R. Musk. Anybody knows what the R stands for? Ronald? I don't know. Um, Uh, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, this is his current position, which is 73 million shares. That's the recent purchase of the 9.1%. Okay. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Purpose of transaction. On April, I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see the screen. Is this better? I think it was just too small for people to read. Somebody says Rudolph. Shout out to the 872 people in the chat. We're gonna be here until 7 a.m. for 18 more minutes, and then I gotta head out to shoot Money Talks, where we're gonna cover this in depth on Money Talks as well. So on April 13th, 2022, the reporting person delivered a letter to the issuer, which means to Twitter, which is Elon gave a letter on yesterday, gave a letter to Twitter, which contained a non-binding proposal to acquire the outstanding common stock of the issuer not owned by Elon Musk for all cash consideration, valuing the company common stock at $54.20. This represents 54% premium of the closing price of common stock on January 28th and a 38% premium over the closing price of the common stock on April 1st. So basically, massive premium. Not so massive if you look at it yesterday. Yesterday it was $45, so not as big, but a big ass premium. So this is legal mumbo jumbo. We don't care about that. Basically, here it's really important. It's just legal mumbo jumbo for saying that there's no guarantee that this deal actually will go through, because a lot of people may be asking, well, Tom, if that's the case, I mean, why hasn't the pre-market share jumped like by whatever, by 20%, which is the premium is giving over yesterday? It's because it's not definitive, and that's what they're saying here. It's not definitive. It's just a proposal. It's an offer. So there's no guarantees that it will be accepted. Although at this premium, it seems very likely. It seems more likely than not. If the proposed transaction is completed, the common stock would become eligible for termination of its registration pursuant to 12G4 of the SEC Security Exchange Act of 1934 and would be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. The foregoing description is qualified in its entirety for to the full text. Okay, so basically, he's going to take essentially this is a proposition to take it private. He's going to own the whole thing, which is insane. Um, Neither the letter or the Schedule B13D is meant or nor should be construed as an offer to buy the solicitation and offer to sell any of the legal mumbo jumbo. Legal mumbo jumbo. Okay. I think this is it. This is all the important stuff. I don't think there's anything else here. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, this is a letter from Twitter. Sorry, from Elon to Twitter. Uh, to the chairman of the board, I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be a platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve. Oh, this is huge. This is what I was looking for. This is exactly what I said. Okay, so you remember the video? Hey, chat, let me know. Shout out to the 1,000 people in the stream right now. So you remember when I did the video when he declined the offer to join the board? What did I say in the video? Can anybody remember what I said in the video? I said in the video, hey, I think, and I just speculated that the reason was that he saw the management, he saw the board of directors, he negotiated with them about him actually joining the company, and he basically understood, hey, these people are not gonna cut it, which is exactly what I said in my video. I did the video, I think like a few days ago, and I said, I think this is literally, 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 Ritalin. This is Ritalin, which is something I may need to take to just chillax a little bit. So this is literally what he's saying here. Look, however, this is exactly what he's saying here. Unbelievable. However, since making my investment now, I realize the company will neither thrive nor serve the societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company. He's basically, wow, this is huge. As a result, I'm offering to buy 100% of Twitter for $54.20 per share in cash, a 54% premium. 30, but we know this. My offer is my best and final offer. So basically, it's a take it or leave it. I would need to reconsider. Basically, so he's saying Twitter is an extraordinary. Twitter has an extraordinary potential. I'm Russian, sorry. I will unlock it. Fire. That's incredible. Woo! Shout out to my friend and co-manager of our community on Discord. Simeon is here. I should have purchased more shares. Shout out, hey Simeon. Sorry for yesterday. I passed out on the couch and I missed our hangout. I apologize. We'll probably do it today. So this is literally what we said in the video. Wow, this is incredible. So basically, this is the best way to describe it. As Cloud and Nabusi is saying, fucking amazing. Yeah, that is literally fucking amazing. It is the first time that my prediction came true in like 4 months. This is literally what we said happened. Wow. So it's actually, if you think about it, I don't like it. It distracts the mind space from Tesla. I don't think it has anything to do with Tesla. UV. By the way, shout out to you. Always on my streams. Um, I mean, what is it saying? Amazing ending to this filing. Yeah, I think he killed it with the ending. It's like such a mic drop, like boom. The final line. Twitter has extraordinary potential. I will unlock it. It's fire. Yeah, he look. You remember this Latin thing, Vini Vidi Vici? I came, I saw, I won, or I came, I saw, I conquered. I don't remember how it's translated. It's literally it. He came, he saw, he took. And the question is now, it would be very hard to refuse a premium like this for the offer. Very hard to refuse. I believe, again, if there's any securities lawyers here in the chat, I need to check this, but I don't think he needs 100% of people to accept this offer. Since I came and saw Concord. Okay, yeah, I one of my options. I don't think. Can anybody tell me what percentage of acceptance he needs on this for it to be? Because there's a certain threshold you need. Whenever you have a hostile takeover, you don't need 100% of people to accept the offer. You need a certain percentage to mandate even the ones that don't want to sell to actually sell their stock. I don't believe I have the percentage in my head, but if there's any securities experts in the chat, please let us know. Like legal folk, there's like 1,300 people in the chat. You guys probably know the. If not, I can search it myself. Uh, Julio is saying 69%. Somehow, Julio, I doubt it. This number is a little bit suspect by Julio. Uh, Doge Nation says 51%. I think it's higher than that. I believe it's a higher threshold. But Doge is saying 69%, 420, of course. What did I expect? Okay. Emil is saying 42%. Is this confirmed? Well, mm, this is the question. Like, we need to go and check for a second. Let me do that for a minute. Uh, let's see if we can find it. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. I need to do some more research on this. Yeah. So, somebody 40. People are kidding me with the fucking 42 and the 69. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, I don't know the number. There's a certain percentage, there's a certain threshold where you can mandate the minority shareholders that don't want to sell to actually sell. Daniel says 80%, and actually sounds a lot closer to what the number that I have in my mind, but I'm not really sure about it. By the way, somebody says that his middle name is Reeve. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, 42 is a joke. I know. But Simeon is right that it is true that 42%. It doesn't matter. It's an offer for the whole thing. So he needs, I believe he needs a certain threshold to get it. But we'll do some research about it. While we do that, hold on a second. I do want to point out to something really interesting, guys. Before we go, did you notice something interesting that happened again and again? I'll research this and I'll let you know in my community post. But I want to show you something really cool. Yesterday on Money Talks, we one of our topics was that Kathy Wood explain why she sold Twitter. They completely liquidated Twitter. Like, don't you find this amusing? She did it again. So basically, this is I'm going to show you guys. This is like getting ridiculous for Kathy at this point. I feel almost feel bad for her. She did this with Palantir, and now she's doing it with Twitter. Literally the worst moment to sell. So this is something we covered yesterday on our Kathy Wood pins ARK Invest Twitter sell-off on departure of CEO Jack Dorsey, and we spoke about it on Money Talks yesterday. But literally, again, Kathy with the worst timing in history. Uh, by the way, before we move on, Jeremy, thank you for this. Jeremy van der Staaij is saying 75% is needed to be able to delist source. Okay, so basically, he needs three-quarters of the shareholders to agree to mandate the other quarter that doesn't want to sell. So he needs 75% of the vote. I think he'll, with it such a huge premium, $54 for the share, he might get it. He might get it. So if that's the case, I'll need to verify this number, of course, Jeremy. But thank you for coming up with what seems to be a credible number. Daniel says bad timing. Talk about bad timing for Kathy. Wow, man. Kathy literally sold Twitter just before the spike. Unbelievable. She does it. She did it with the. She did it with Palantir. She's doing it now with Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. All the stakeholders have to vote, but he needs only three-quarters based on what Jeremy said earlier. He needs a certain percentage of them to agree to mandate that the ones that don't want to do it. Somebody says, "Who? Hey, Don, shout out to you, fellow YouTuber. Love your show. Who wouldn't vote that? Do it and call it a day." That's what I'm saying, Don. I think it's a very attractive offer with a premium like that. It would be, I think, more likely than not that he'll get the threshold that he needs to get everybody to sell. So he needs, I think, what we said, 75%. It's a really good offer. It's a really good offer. Um, Again, based on the offer is very attractive, Kevin. At $54 a share, he's going to have a good chance of getting that number. Um, okay, what else do we have here? Is it too late to jump in now? Um, I don't know. I don't time trades. Not the right guy to ask. By the way, before we leave, oh shit, almost. Before we leave, I want to show you guys. Oh, we have some friends from Riyadh. Is this Riyadh? Is this Saudi Arabia or UAE? I can't forget. I can't remember where Riyadh is. Either UAE or Saudi Arabia. Um, yeah. So Twitter is jumping in pre-market 51. Let's just check it out together. Yeah. Rip Kathy Wood. Oh man, Kathy Wood. Worst timing ever. Worst timing ever. Yeah, 51.25 in pre-market. Oh man. Uh, so basically, how does making it private benefit us? Well, if you're a shareholder, current shareholder of Twitter, and if this offer goes through, that means you're going to get $54.20 for each share you hold, which means a lot of money for and a big profit for most of the people who bought it in the 30s. Now might be a little bit too late for that, but who knows? With Twitter and Elon, basically with just Elon Saudi. Let's go! Shout out to my Saudi brothers. Uh, Twitter is meant to be public. In a sense, yes, but when it was public, we had issues with the way they handled freedom of speech. So in a sense, he's right. Um, don't forget that he can take it private, own 100% of it, and then float 10 or 20. He can make it private and then public again if he really wants to. Although, look, the way he handles SpaceX and never took it public, it actually makes a lot of sense to give him the option to do it. Before I go, I just want to let you guys know something really interesting. Uh, Hold on, let me just check if we have it here. 1 second. I'm just looking for something that I saw earlier. Let's see if we can still find it here. So look, this is the part I can't find the chart here, but look, we're talking about a big, like, you have to understand something. There's something really cool here. So Elon is a rich guy. He's the richest man on earth. But right now, we're talking about somebody who's willing to commit what seems to be 20 or 30% of his entire net worth. Imagine somebody coming to you and saying, "Hey, 20 or 30% of everything you have for this deal." It shows you how much he cares about Twitter. That whatever you like him, you dislike him, you think Twitter is great, Twitter is horrible. But you got a guy who's like a super wealthy guy, the richest man on earth, willing to invest one third or one fourth or what, one fifth, it doesn't really matter, of his entire net worth into this company. It's I want that. If I'm a fan of Twitter, I want a guy who cares about the platform that much. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to talk about it more today on Money Talks, but this is insane. Oh wow. Um, Putin is richer. Probably Gareth is right. Putin is. I would agree. And Putin probably should not buy it. That's my own personal opinion. God help us. Um, yeah, I agree. Twitter does have significantly more potential than can be realized with this ownership structure. There's a good point to that. I agree with this. Um, Abby says Twitter acts on the behest of deep state. Deep state. I don't know deep state. I don't know nothing about deep state. Do I think Jack will come back to Twitter? I think there's 0% of that happening. He wasn't into Twitter when he was the CEO. He's definitely not. He's working on other stuff. Like he's into crypto and Web 3 and all that stuff. I don't know, but I don't think so. Okay, so wrapping up this stream before I go, I just want a quick comment. I posted on our community feed just uh, okay before I go. A few things before I go twice. Today at 10 a.m. We're gonna go live. If you haven't yet, I'm gonna pull it up on the screen right now. If you haven't yet, please check out our show, Money Talks with Amit as the new host. So this is the new show with Amit. We're doing it every day at 10 a.m. It's on the Sense Invest channel with Just to Know. This is the show we did yesterday. As you can see here, it's going nicely, 20,000 views in less than 24 hours. It's pretty cool. We need to get a better camera and a better mic, which we will soon. But as you can see, this is the show. If you haven't, for any reason, subscribed yet to the show, please do check it out. It's called Money Talks. We do it every day, Monday through Thursday. And today, in about 3 hours, you're going to see us talking about this whole Twitter Elon Musk thing. There's a lot to cover here, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. So come check us out today. I'm going to head off. And one more thing before I head off, I posted on our community feed that I'm really excited about what happened with Vale. 5 months ago, I said Vale is a great stock. We did like 60% in 5 months, and I was super excited about it. I posted about it on our community feed, and there were a lot of people like triggered by that, basically saying, Amit, if you're still in the chat, can you put a link? I'll just do it. Let me put if you want to go and subscribe to the Money Talk show, I just put the link in the chat right now, and I believe I can make it even a pinned tweet. Can I pin it? Yes. So look at the pin message. You have the link to the show. So, anyways, I posted about Vale, how it did great in 5 months, and people got triggered. Well, Tom, like you only highlight your successes and your wins. Like my guy, I did like 57 videos showing all the losers I talked about. I literally made fun of myself. I mean, I'm the last guy you can say just highlighting all his wins. I mean, plus it was a free video. It wasn't on pay, and it wasn't like even me saying, "Hey, look what I told my." I don't even have a paywall for these stuff, so I find it amusing. But hey, people gonna hate, whatever. Like if I celebrate my losses, I get to celebrate my wins. And if you don't like it, just unsubscribe. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Any case, I think I'm transparent enough. I think there's more transparency than to be had, but we'll work on that. We'll get better. Anyways, shout out to everybody. We did it. Half an hour on the money. See you exactly in 3 hours on the Sense Invest channel on Money Talks for our daily show. Shout out to everybody who came on. Hugs and kisses. We'll see you in 3 hours exactly. And before the show, you can check out a live stream, Market Open. Amit is going to do Market Open, and Justin does Market Open. You can actually watch both on the split screen. Both of them are good enough. Shout out to everybody. We'll see you just